I have started and stopped this video so many times because this is not easy for me. I woke up at 4 a.m. with a dream with destruction, intense destruction happening in Ukraine. And if you know me, you would know I'm actually not political. I haven't been doing anything other than the most minimal occasional news headline. And it's unfortunate that I chose to do that. I just had life to focus on. And when I had this dream today, I was frustrated because I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news. So, first and foremost, I'm a medium, I'm a channel. I am not here to be a fearmonger. And I'm here to provide energetic insights for you to look for the divine wisdom within you to help you understand energetically what's going on in the world. I do like to take an ethical approach, and I try to record this video without mentioning the name of the country that I saw. But I decided that I will see if this video actually goes out, and hopefully it doesn't get me in trouble. I'm going to be as transparent as I can be. Look, stress and my eye starts to tweak out. Yeah, I literally don't want to be like the martyr here. So I'm going to speak in a way that keeps me safe. I'm also going to share with you the messages that I think are really important for us in 2025, because there has been this shadow that's looming over looming over all of us, the collective. We all feel like something very heavy and intense is getting ready to come in. And every day I keep getting these downloads. Back in January, I actually had dreams of multiple plane crashes, which ended up coming true. I actually made the prediction. It's on TikTok if you want to go see January 11th. And then by the last week of January, TikTok realized my prediction was correct. They took my video, the one I made on January 11th, and they let it go viral with over 2 million views. I gained 100,000 followers in a month and a half because my predictions keep hitting. And today, when I woke up from this dream about Ukraine being devastatingly attacked, I didn't want to be the bearer of this news. This is upsetting. We already know it's an incredible um it's in it's hard to understand. I don't understand it all, but I am just going to share the message. So let me get into that. So the dream was this. I actually saw destruction, and it was through drones. And that was being directed at by Russia. And then in the dream, I was actually pulled out of the Ukraine and shown that there are people who are just fighting for the love of their country, and that there are larger countries that are right now using politics and using war as a mean to simply conduct a business transaction, which is to obtain mineral rights. The rare earth minerals of Ukraine are necessary for powering our cell phones, this laptop, technology, cars. They are vital to sustaining this tech world that the technocratics are working to build. And like, again, if I say something wrong or if I don't have all the information, put it into the comments. This is a conversation. I'm not here to be the I know it all. I don't. So in the dream, after witnessing this, which was horrible to witness, nobody wants to have to witness war, I was pulled out of this region and I was shifted over to Canada as though I was getting ready to watch a similar incident happen there. I felt panic in my dream and realized that if it could happen to Ukraine, it could very easily happen to other countries. Canada has phenomenal resources like water that are not easily found anywhere else in the world. I believe, if I have it correct, that Canada has the largest fresh water in the world. We already understand that Canada is supplying energy to the northeast. But the interesting thing is the way that I view politics is that these leaders of different groups, whether you're blue or red, I believe the majority of these top tier leaders are actually here being incentivized through partnerships with lobbyists and corporate affiliations. If you hear my dog shaking her ears up, that's a Great Dane for you. Should probably come and bug me in a minute. That's because she knows I'm upset. This was an upsetting dream. So I had this dream. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Like, I don't understand. I don't want to, what am I supposed to do? Just go and be like, I have this dream? Well, okay. Message delivered. Thanks for listening. And then I spent the rest of the day avoiding having to make this video. I literally went to a barn and I went to a pen where there were multiple horses that just got fresh hay. It was lunchtime for them. And so I was just standing there leaning against the fence. And I happened to have this one horse come over to me, not my Great Dane right here. I actually had a real horse. This is just a beast. And I realized the horse that came to me had one eye just totally missing. And that horse taught me in that moment that whatever adversity we have, whether we can see the full truth or we only see half the truth, that there is a way to get through every obstacle that life gives us. And it was very calming. I felt very grounded. And then after that, I stopped by a garden center and picked up a succulent. And again, succulents are so fantastic because they're durable. They don't need a lot of resources to exist. And then I came back home and I sat down at my desk and started to channel. And this is what came through as I channeled today. The first thing was that most people will be humbled. There will be lots of angers, shouts, demonstrations, and demolition. I also very specifically saw another Eastern European country getting involved in an exchange with Russia. Again, this is a download. I channeled this. I'm not saying that this is fact. Timelines can shift. In fact, I hope they do so that this never happens. Okay. I'm just sharing it with you. Please let me be wrong. The next thing that came through is that the first tier of attack is economics. So economic warfare. The next would be tech. Sometimes the two, tech and the economic warfare, go hand in hand. But what I saw is that the tech tier of attack is understanding that infiltration is woven into the fiber optics of cities, homes, businesses, smart devices, even including vehicles, even including border regulation, which I thought was a weird thing to come through. And this is true from Europe all the way to the US. Part of what the disruption is with the tech aspect is to create fear and panic. It's about fear immobilizes people from taking action. So that one of the first ways that you can prepare is by having your eyes open and not letting fear stop you from observing and using your voice to share your ideas and opinions. Your voice is important and it does make a difference. I also see that electromagnetic frequencies would be targeted on certain cities, and that would be disruptive to people's overall health and sense of wellness, leading back to heaviness, brain fog, restlessness, also just feeling as though things were just feeling incapacitated so that you're unable to take action. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to go back to talking about the AI infrastructure that is attempting to be created by the titans of tech and commerce in the United States. They have unveiled this $500 million AI infrastructure that is going to be built in America. The problem that I see here and what came through in the channel is that there are collaborations and secret deals between banks and lenders, between other commerce and market leaders, as well as medical pharma institutions. That there are alliances, understandings, and deals that have been made without full public acknowledgement. That will be part of the AI infrastructure. And then I was shown that the old paradigm of institutional banking and lending will be shifting. What came up was that in the future, and this to me seems like this would be between 3 to 5 years out, that we would have to have digital ID. It is a non-invasive ID detection system that is either installed to our cities. Wow, is this glitching? It's either installed to the cities, or there is a non-invasive device like a bracelet or um, some kind of tag that is put onto your phone. So I see a specific digital ID hardware for citizenship status. When this will be controlling many aspects. This is the vision that is part of this AI infrastructure that I channeled today about. So these tech titans are excited about exploring not just new ways to integrate technology into the physical landscape, such as smart cities, but they are also excited about how technology and AI will be able to fully shift our operation of government, which then brought me to drones, which is something I can't talk about on the Clock app. I cannot mention anything. I did receive channeled information that part of the drones that we witnessed in December of 2024 is connected to early tests of the Golden Dome that is being built in America. So some of those drones, I believe, were also connected to foreign adversaries that are interested in wanting to understand how America will respond and react to breaches in airspace. I've kind of talked about that in other videos. I also see here, this came through the channel, is that everything leaves a trace. The undetectable and unrecorded is seen as a liability to power. So everything is wanting to be recorded, scanned, put into files, and uploaded to an iCloud. That is the type of foundation that is attempting to be laid. And I believe that there has to be some kind of committee that investigates the specifics of what this new AI foundation is going to do. But again, we have all these other pieces that are happening right now in America that have happened since January that it's hard to stay on top of things. And that brings me back to this other piece, which is about the economic aspect of causing economic war, is that it's connected to a war on resources as well. So that dream that I had about Ukraine really is a business deal where America is attempting to get 50% of resources so that we can build this AI infrastructure. This is not normal stuff I cover, by the way. What it feels like to me, and I don't know if this term already exists out there, but I truly feel that what we're witnessing is a type of corporate colonialism that is taking advantage of less fortunate countries like Ukraine and wanting to tap in for their mineral rights at a bargain. I just wonder why in 2025 we can't just have ethical exchanges, very similar to bartering, or why is it that so much power has to be given to these commerce and tech corporations? Why can we not find healthy ways to mutually exchange for the benefit of all? Maybe that's too much of me being in my feminine, wanting to look at rejuvenation instead of exploring living on Mars. I'm not going there. I'll let you go. But is this some type of new war on the very contract of what society is? Because as I ricochet out of everything that I just shared with you, and I think about the quality of our lives and how that's starting to shift right now, actually, that has been shifting. We could go back 5 years. It's important for us to not bypass all of the things that are going through. I know that it's complicated. I know that this video, you might even say, is like not coherent. It's because everything that's unfolding at once really is intended to be confusing. And so, small micro conversations like this, where I ask you to tap into your divine wisdom and to let yourself understand that there is power in being the witness, there is power in being a member of the jury, and that jury is public opinion. It is an important aspect to every trial. And this matters now that you start to take some time to understand the monsters that are out there. I'll let you decide who the monster is. It's time to unveil the truth. It's time to use ration and logic alongside intuition and compassion to build the type of world that we want to live in. Because economic extortion isn't my idea of an ethical society that's based on values that I share. And maybe all these surface level headlines are an indication of the real game that is being played behind closed doors. And I think we deserve to have access to that information. Sorry, hold on. Our voices matter with how society is constructed. Now is not the time to be in silence. Now is the time to express opinions, even if it is a small comment on this video or other videos that you watch, to help realize that your wisdom, your voice, your actions, your politics matter. But I feel there's just too much that's happening in secrecy, and that we, the people, are not being part of that conversation. So I'm not trying to push conspiracy here. I'm just looking at patterns that indicate the need for greater disclosure and a call for us to be ever more aware. I'm going to just end this right here because, like I said, this was not an easy video, and I am want to just keep it short, as short as possible. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a very different video for me. We'll see if I publish it. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. I don't even know how to end a video like this other than what a day.